Hi readers, I'm glad that you are here. Today we will be doing some interactive writing.
Materials!
Grab your paper and a pencil. Here are today's 2 learning targets. I can sort words with long and short vowel sounds in the middle. And I can collaborate with my teacher to write a sentence with CVC, CVCC, CVCE, and high frequency words. Are you ready to get going?
Transition song!
Gather round together, together, together. Gather round together, together right now. We're going to play a quiz game, a quiz game, a quiz game. We are going to play a quiz game to check what we've learned.
Word work!
For today's sorting game, we will look at CVCE words, and then we will add suffixes to them. For each word, we'll add the suffix s, the suffix ed, and the suffix ing. Here is our first word. What is it? Skate. You'll see that it has a magic E that is telling the A to say its name. If we had more than one skate, we would say skates. We'd have to add the suffix s. It just goes on the end of the word. If we went skating in the past, we would say skated. You'll see this word has the suffix ed. To make CVCE words in the past tense, we just add the letter D to the end. If we were skating right now in the present, we would say skating. We need the suffix ing. When we add this suffix, we first take off the magic E, but it still works invisibly. And then we add the ing. Let's look at this next word. What is it? File. That silent E is telling the I to say its name. If we had more than one file, we would say files. That's the plural form of the word, when we have more than one of something. When we add that suffix s to the end of the word, it goes on right after the silent E. The base word file doesn't change. If we filed some papers away in the past, we would say filed. When we're doing something in the past, we need to add that suffix ed. When we add the suffix ed to a word that ends with the silent E, it looks like we just put a D on the end. And finally, if we were filing something in the present, we would say filing. We need that suffix ing when something is happening right now. To add the suffix ing, we first have to take away the silent E before we add it. Let's look at our third word. What is it? Name. The silent E is telling the A to say A. If we are talking about more than one name, we say names. That's the plural form. You can see that we just added that suffix s to the end of the word. We didn't have to change the base word name at all. If we're talking about naming something in the past, we would say named. With this word, you can see that we had to add the suffix ed. When we add it to the end of a word with a silent E, we just have to add a D to the word since the E is already there. And finally, if we are naming something right now in the present, we need the suffix ing. When we add the suffix ing, we first take away that silent E, but it still works invisibly to tell the A to say its name. Great work looking at those words carefully as we think about the suffixes.
Writing.
Now it's time to do some interactive writing as you write a whole sentence. Grab your paper and your pencil. Our sentence today is, Dave is hiking 5 miles. Say it with me this time. Dave is hiking 5 miles. Begin your sentence by writing the name Dave. The A is saying its long sound because of a silent E. Let's check your word with mine. Do you have an uppercase D? We'll need one because the name Dave starts our sentence. And it is someone's name, and a name always gets a capital letter. Our sentence is, Dave is hiking 5 miles. Leave a space after Dave and then add the high frequency word is, and then you can check it with mine. Is, I-S. Go ahead and leave another space. Dave is hiking 5 miles. Our next word is hiking. Hiking has the suffix ing at the end. So think first about the base word hike. We can listen to the sounds of the word hike, hike, and then add the suffix ing. Go ahead and try writing the word hiking on your own. You can look up at my word for help or to check your own work. Hiking. Hiking. You can see how the suffix ing took the place of the silent E, but that silent E is still working invisibly. So far we have Dave is hiking. Leave another space after the word hiking. Dave is hiking 5 miles. The word 5 has a silent E that's telling the I to say its name. Try writing 5 on your own, and then you can check your word with mine. There it is, 5, F-I-V with a silent E. Dave is hiking 5 miles. Leave another space after the word 5. Miles is another silent E word, but it has the suffix S at the end because there's more than 1 mile. There's 5. Try writing miles on your paper, and then you can check your word with mine. There it is, M-I-L, silent E, and then the suffix S. The last thing we need to do is add a punctuation mark to let our reader know that we are finished with this sentence. Let's add a period to the end because we're not asking a question and we're not exclaiming anything. We're just telling our reader something. You can add that period to your sentence. Check your sentence over one more time, looking at that capital letter and the punctuation mark, and that you have a space between each word. Now, point under each word and let's read our whole sentence together using a loud and proud voice. Dave is hiking 5 miles. Nice work.
Closing reflection.
Let's think about this question to reflect on our learning today. How does a CVCE word change when we add a suffix? Sometimes we just add the suffix to the end, like with the suffix s. Other times, with the suffix ed and ing, we take off that e and then add the suffix. Excellent work with your writing today. I'll see you again soon, and we will celebrate all of our learning together and the things that you accomplished during this cycle. See you then!